everybody, welcome to Playwellbrick's second studio tutorial. This one is going to be talking about what you're going to be doing mainly in studio, which is manipulating bricks. So let's get to it. I find unlike some other programs, it's really intuitive to move bricks around in studio. It actually kind of feels like you are building. So that's a real big plus in my mind. First, we're going to go and grab a brick. We will use our left click to grab it from the menu, bring it onto the screen, and left click again to place it. You will notice that another of the same brick appears, so we can build walls really easy. And if we want that brick to go away, we just press escape. When you copy and paste, only one instance of that brick will appear, so you won't get multiples of them. So one of the problems with having a brick of the same appear after you've clicked it in the view screen is that larger bricks take up more memory. So when you do that, it's going to cause the program to lag unless you have an abundance of memory. So I'm going to demonstrate with a 32 by 32 base plate and show you what I'm talking about. So notice that it's already chugging a bit on my machine. So if I place the first one, there we go. And then the next one appears, and it's going even slower this time. So we're just going to escape from that and get rid of that for now. There we go. It got placed. So this is where you're going to want to use the copy and paste tool rather than trying to place one after another after another. When you have your bricks, you're going to want to be turning them in different directions. Like if you're making a wall, how you do that, there's a couple of different methods. One way is to use the arrow keys, so we can turn to our right, turn to our left. We can flip it up, we can flip it down. If you press the shift key while you're using those arrows, it will move them in half increments. So we'll go 45 degrees right, or we'll go 45 degrees left, again with the up and the down. Another way to rotate our bricks is to use the hinge tool up here. You can also press on the H key. We'll grab a brick and we'll put another one perpendicular to that and select the top brick and click the hinge tool. You'll get this two-pointed arrow, and you'll see this yellow spot is the pivot point. So if we grab this bar and we move it, it will rotate the upper brick in 5-degree increments. If we move our cursor outside, you see the circle, the outer circle turns blue, and our increments become much finer at 0.1 degree. I often just input what angle I want. Sometimes I'll use some experimentation to figure that out, and then if I really need to fine-tune it, I will add whatever increments of degrees I need until I get to where I want. Especially useful when you're doing really complicated shapes. If you want to rotate the whole segment that you have, again, you can select everything and then click on the hinge tool, and you'll see there's a bunch of options here for hinging that piece. So we can grab the top arrow, and that lets us tilt it up and down. Grab the side arrow, that lets us tilt it horizontally, and this arrow is vertically. Again, notice that this is showing where the hinge point is. I should mention, if you are in any of these tools, the easiest way to go back to a regular cursor is just by pressing the V key. Next, I want to show you the clone tool. We will take a few bricks out, select them, and we can either press C or we can click on the clone tool, and it will make another one appear when we click. And just like when we're clicking bricks from the menu, they will keep appearing every time that we click. Again, when you want this to stop, you just press escape. So if you want to create a lot of a particular thing, you want to duplicate a lot of it, then this is the tool you're going to want to use. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it useful. In the next video, I will be talking about how to navigate around the field of view so you can get in and around your model easier. Thanks so much for watching. Keep dreaming in bricks. Bye-bye.